Alright, and we're back. I'm going to start priming the sandals. So this video should be very short. So you're going to take the sticker off. If you get something wooden and it's got staples in it, I don't know if I can find. I think I took all the staples out of this one. Well, if you buy one and it's got staples in it, I found these to be extremely helpful. You just take them and you kind of wedge them and you pull them out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to get, depending on how large the thing is, I'm probably just going to use this size. I'm going to use white. Now the reason you don't have to use white, I just use white so I don't have to make a, if I change my mind later on what color I want to do it. Now the reason why you prime this, several reasons. One of the reasons is that it's going to be easier to sand all the little shards off because the paint kind of dries them and it makes them easier to sand. You're just going to put a good coat on. Make sure you put a lot on the sides. I'm going to kind of dab, really get it in the grain. You're filling in all the nooks and crannies. That is what it's for. You should probably do the side first. I should have shown you to do the side first. Also, when you prime it, if you do like I do and you make your own colors, you won't use as much paint when you finally apply it on there, which is good so you don't have to color match later if you run out. Now if it's really scraggly, you can sand it first before you prime it. Just depends on how fast you want to do it. Be careful that if your sponge brush gets eaten up, because it will eat the brush. You will get little pieces of sponge on there too. You just kind of push them off. I always do the back first. Back and the sides first. If you put too much on, don't freak out, because it can be sanded off. I still do, though, try to smooth it out really good. Not show the brush strokes, but like I said, if you're a heavy-handed type of painter, you can sand it off. Depending on what color you want to make it, what am I trying to say? Depending on the color you want to paint it, depends on how many times you want to prime it. Lighter colors are going to require more coats, so you're probably going to want to prime it twice if you want to paint it, you know, like yellow or orange or some kind of pastel color. Darker colors don't take as many coats. So when you get into really hard spots. Like that. Just to get a smaller brush. One that you're not in love with. And you don't care if it gets eaten alive. Make sure you don't let it collect to the little corners, little places like that. This one's actually kind of hard. I should have picked it. Sure you keep going back and smoothing out when it goes to the other side. Like I said, the back really doesn't matter. You can use a smaller brush to get in the hard to get places. Sure you get inside of this too. Very little edge. The little details like these little flowers. And I want to try to be careful not to really cake it on because it's going to be a lot harder to file or sand off. You guys had to pick the hardest one, didn't you? Of course. And there you have it. I'm going to go in and prime it a little bit better. But by the time you're done doing that, everything else will be completely dry. So you want to watch out for stuff like that, where it collects. The sides are extremely rough. I would do them a few times. Make sure you get where it's really, really, where all the shards are at. And, wait for it to dry. It's not going to take long. And then we will sand it.